Right, hello children, Teacher Rose is back today and what we're going to make something very exciting. We're going to make the water cycle experiment and the things that you need will be the clear Ziploc, which you will find in your bag, and you can use some lovely colourful markers which you can find at home, and some water and a little bit of paint. Okay, are you ready to start? I think you are. What we're going to do first is we're going to label the water cycle on our bag. So we're going to start off with, let me turn the page for you. We're going to start off with putting some water inside. So we're going to draw the water. So this is going to be our pretend sea or ocean. So you might want to ask your mummy to help you label it and write it for you. So Teacher Rose is going to quickly turn and write it out. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to draw what is so important is the sun. So we're going to have a sun over here. And do you know, children, what does the sun do? The sun shines down and it warms the water that is inside our ocean. The first thing that happens to the water is the water evaporates. So the water droplets from the ocean, they evaporate up. They move up and they change into water vapor. So our first process here that the sun heats up the ocean is something we call evaporation. Ask your mummy to help you write down the words on your bag. Once the water is evaporated, so you see the water vapor rises up into the air. And when it reaches up, it actually cools down. And the next process is what we call condensation. So I'm going to write a little bit up here. The water condenses. You see, it's formed a big lump of cloud now. So when the water evaporates, it condenses, forms a big lump of cloud. Now, when there's too much water inside the cloud, what happens to the cloud? It becomes very, very heavy. Okay, so when your water is it's collected in the clouds, now you get those dark clouds, very dark. And it's very heavy. Can you see my dark clouds? And it's ready to rain because it's so heavy and it cannot hold any more water. So now the next process is what we call precipitation. Children, can you say it? Precipitation. It's a big word. So I'm going to write it down now. Now, you see the heavy cloud? You see the water droplets are falling down from the clouds as rain. What happens now? Where does all these water go? They go back into our ocean. Can you see the water's going back into our ocean? And the process starts all over again. And this is what we call the water cycle. Now our bag is fully ready. So children, what you can do is you can try telling the process to your mummies and daddies. Once you've finished drawing the labeling or drawing on the Ziploc bag, what we're going to do now is we're going to fill in some water inside the bag. So I have a little bit water in there, and I'm not going to fill a lot of water, so that much should be good. What you can do is, can you think what color is our ocean? You're right, it is blue. We're going to add some blue coloring inside. So Teacher Rose has got some blue at home. I'm going to see if I can try using the paint here and dipping it inside to change the color of my water. So I've got some dark blue and light blue just to make sure that this one looks like the ocean. Once you finish, children, you are going to make sure that you carefully, or make sure that this Ziploc is tightly sealed. Once it's fully sealed and you're sure that water is not leaking, you're going to take this one and you're going to put it up onto a window which is outside your house. You can stick a tape on top of it and have a look. Make sure where you stick it, you get direct sunlight onto the Ziploc bag. And tell me what you see. You can take a photo of yourself with the water cycle bag and also explaining for me what happens in the water cycle. I hope you enjoy making this experiment with your mummies and daddies at home. And I'll see you next time.